Serious matter, and both state and federal criminal justice leaders are digging in deep. I will say that I believe that we will be seeing an expeditious investigation, but at the same time, that may mean days and weeks as opposed to months and years. Sometimes these things really do stretch out, but I don't think that's what we're going to see here. But at the same time, an immediate, imminent outcome, I don't think is what we're going to see, because I think that these professionals are more concerned with getting it right than getting it fast. There is pressure to move quickly, though. I mean, there is some thought that if a charge came, that might slow down some of the protesting. But of course, protesting really should not dictate the speed or the thoroughness of the investigation.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Brianna B, a.k.a. your fairy hood mother. I'm back in the building. I have a lot to talk about tonight. I'm sure we have all heard about what's going on in the media. And it's been tragic. It's been a lot going on top of this coronavirus, on top of everything. It's just been so much going on. Before I get to that, I have some very special guests in the building with me. Who wants to start?
You got to introduce your guest.
I know.
What order you want?
I know. Okay, so I got some familiar voices in here, okay? I got my Uncle BJ.
Say.
What up?
What's going on?
A.K.A.
Trio did it again. I'm sorry, I was drinking. Canada Dry.
And then I got my boo, okay, in the building.
How you doing?
Who you want people to know you as?
That boy Sly. You know, Sly stay spitting.
Okay.
Slizzy with the glizzy.
And we are here. How y'all doing?
Good.
Yeah.
Still got the job.
Oh.
That's a sensitive topic, man.
It's a sensitive topic. Like, everybody can't say that.
Everybody cannot say that. For some reason, it sounds good, but it's like, I don't know. It's like different. Okay, so if it sounds good to you, I'm hot. I'm burning up. I'm just burning up. Okay, Uncle.
Hey. Well,
Where are you coming from?
I just came straight from work.
Oh.
El
You had to
Segundo.
go. Oh, you had to go physically to work.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not remote no more.
Not anymore. Nah. We just they giving everybody 5-hour shift.
Mhm.
So I was only there from 1 to 6.
Oh. So y'all just got 5-hour shifts every day?
Yeah, 2 different. One is 7 a.m. to 12, and then 1 to 6.
But like, do y'all get paid? Like, the whole hour? Oh,
Little
look.
something.
You don't want nobody to know you got some money.
Little something razzle dazzle.
Mm-hmm. And Sly.
He's slick.
What's happening?
I know. He's slick. He's slick.
I like that background ambience.
You know, I be trying to do a little something sometimes. Just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Does it feel good in here?
It do. Last time it was hot.
Yeah.
It was flies flying around.
It was?
Yeah.
No.
It landed on your lip that time. You forgot.
That was so long ago. That was a minute ago.
Okay.
That was a minute ago. That was when we did that country episode.
Good news paid the bill that time. They ain't paid the bill that time, I guess.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I was about to say something and I just lost my train of thought. Like, I don't know how to do it.
You gotta say it while it's there.
I know. This is so bad. They be like, ooh, this show's so ghetto. She's so good. She never got nothing together. Oh my goodness. Okay. I just want to hop right into it because there's been a lot going on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I don't want to waste no time.
I'm just walking in. I don't know what the topic is. I just came. I
Look,
just got here.
And then you ain't put on the headphones to know like how to begin it.
I ain't hear none of that.
You just black.
Y'all go ahead and fill me in,
You
y'all.
just black. Okay, I didn't even say what the topic was, but I just, it's been a lot going on in the media. It's been George Floyd, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Okay.
Tragic.
The riots, everything.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that's all people really want to hear about right now because that's what's going
That's
on.
all the fuck is going on.
That's all that's
It's
going
like
on.
fuck Corona.
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
I know, right? They just forgot about it.
Oh, yeah.
The Corona, like, okay, take a back seat right now.
They forgot about it when, Memorial Day weekend.
That's a big
Everybody was
When everybody was at the beach.
at
That's a
pool
big fact,
parties.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they forgot
Like,
about it.
I'm like, dang. But I haven't heard nobody get sick yet from those beat them pool parties and stuff. Ain't
Yeah.
nobody been sick. So we just
But
jump right
is
to
it
the...
because they not sick or because these motherfuckers ain't been to the doctor?
Oh,
That too.
because people don't know their status.
Motherfuckers will be like, "Oh, I'm healthy." The whole time they got hella shit.
Look, I can't talk though because we didn't get tested. For
Ain't nobody got tested.
no COVID. We
Hey,
didn't get
true,
tested
true.
for that.
Hey, we COVID free over here.
Yeah, we COVID free.
I feel good, so.
Yeah.
I feel
That's
better.
not that better.
I feel better than I felt before.
Right. I
Oh, my
feel
God.
good.
No, I don't know. I feel like I have so many mixed emotions about everything going on. I'm tired of seeing like the videos on like
That's my thing.
on Twitter and just everything. I really don't even know where to start. So would somebody please feel free?
Let's start with. What's to start with?
Okay. So the main thing is that so George Floyd, again, rest in peace, was killed by yet another police officer. Murdered, assassinated, all of that. For basically nothing.
For a bounce check.
Yeah, they said it was forgery. And it started with forgery. It ended up with a knee on his neck.
Yeah.
Can somebody please explain to me the Colin Kaepernick meme? This is why.
Yeah. That's going around a lot.
I've been seeing that too, and I'm like,
I don't know.
I don't want to be the dumb one, but I'm gonna say, what the fuck does that mean? Like,
That's what I was saying. I understand the two, but I
guess
don't understand how they
saying that,
relate.
Like, we kneel for this, for y'all to kneel for this type shit.
They've been I don't know. They've been trying to justify Colin Kaepernick's stance.
His shit was
Because,
about something different though, wasn't it?
It was about police
Oh
brutality.
yeah, true.
Me personally, I've never been a fan of Colin Kaepernick's stance, only because I felt like he took it to the NFL rather than the police.
Yeah.
True.
Like right now with the people, protesting for George, I've seen people going straight to the police precincts, and I can respect that.
Hell yeah.
Not so much as far as the Target looting and just destruction of property, but I can respect when people go straight to the police and be like, well, is he still hired, or somebody needs to answer, we need questions. Like with Colin, it was more like he kind of blamed the NFL for it. I was like, man, it's kind of...
He kind of slid his own problems in there.
Yeah, I don't know. I felt like he kind of made it personal.
But this was a good chance to capitalize on
Yeah, he got paid for it too. So I just like, as far as with this guy, this new case, it's like the video is everywhere. So, I think a lot of people are high in emotion right now, which is not good. Like I think when you emotional, you never gonna
act off of
emotion. You're not gonna be focused enough to find a solution. And so, as I said, it's too many holes in it right now. It's a gap in the footage to where we don't know if he was, wild for a second, and then we don't know. They haven't given the cause of death either. We know his knee was on his neck, but did he break his neck? Did he suffocate? Did he have a heart attack?
They were trying to say that he was like on drugs or something like that. And
I've heard that.
OD'd.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
I didn't even hear that part.
Yeah, that's what the
he was
police report said.
I've heard he was possibly on drugs.
It was like when they got there, that he was intoxicated or something like that, and I guess that from them choking him, that like basically they were saying that he didn't die from the choking, he died from like medical conditions.
Yeah, I've heard he was there. He could have been possibly,
And then I saw a video where there was a white man who was demonstrating the knee on the neck thing.
Oh, that's petty. That was petty.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was demonstrating, and he put his knee on there, and he was like, "I'm still alive. I didn't die." Like what?
Nah, that's petty. I mean, I think it's also
See, that's
like,
the kind of shit I don't rock with.
yeah,
Like,
that's the stuff that you can say, okay, the anger is justified because there's some people who like to capitalize on times like this
Right.
and go viral and like on both sides, like that side who don't agree with it, and then on the other side, like the guy who the young guy who made the song.
the little boy. And
Yeah.
Oh
I seen
yeah,
that.
yeah,
He can
yeah.
sing though. I don't know.
I
Shout out to whoever that is.
I saw.
He got a nice
I
voice.
saw.
But it's like when tragic stuff like this happen, thanks to the internet, everybody can capitalize on it also for promotional type stuff. So it's like it's hard to determine what's what when it comes to
And so many people do it. Like I just seen so many new businesses open. Oh, I'm be selling T-shirts.
Yeah, T-shirt.
Like, bro, they waiting on something to capitalize.
T-shirts?
Yeah. Cause you remember? I remember how when what's the first guy that got choked out? When they had like
Eric Garner.
I Can't Breathe.
Eric Garner.
Uh-huh.
Everybody
yeah.
was making the T-shirts now.
Oh.
Now they trying to do redo that.
Yeah,
Like,
his name was Eric Garner,
yeah, Eric Garner.
the bigger gentleman who was.
Yeah. He was selling CDs, right? Is that the one who was selling
Cigarettes.
cigarettes? Okay.
Yeah.
It's so many different cases.
I
I like I can't keep up.
I feel like they
At
trying to
this point.
normalize this shit, so when they really start whacking our ass, because they really gonna start.
Yeah.
So when they really start, it'll just be like, oh well, they already been. Because you know how motherfuckers, all right, say somebody, yo, the cop just killed this black man. They been doing that shit. That should never be your first response. Oh, they been doing that. Motherfucker, that shit's still not cool. Like, but the fact that they keep making us see it over and over again, just like with the slavery, like if you keep beating the slave over and over again, the rest of these slaves gonna be like, man, we see this shit every day. Like that's just John getting his ass whooped again. Like, but when really like
That's desensitizing.
yeah, it's like when really he ain't did shit. He just getting his ass beat. So now, when you getting your ass beat and you getting killed, they automatically think, oh, he must have deserved that shit. Like it's normal. That's what I don't rock with. That's why I don't share the video.
Of course, same here. I don't share it.
Yeah,
I don't
I don't
going.
like seeing it. I think the biggest thing for me with the video is that, like, it made me angry that the people was just like they wasn't doing nothing. Another video of people not doing nothing but recording.
Well, it was.
Like-
I mean, of course, you don't want to interfere with an arrest because that's grounds for you being arrested or you being shot
I don't know.
yourself.
I just didn't feel like they yelled loud enough. I didn't feel like they it
Yeah.
was like, oh, but it just was like it was like normal for them to see that
They've
type
seen
of
it
thing.
before, yeah, of course.
But it was just like, are you serious, yo? You on his neck? Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? And it took them a minute to
Horrible.
see that he wasn't like
He
breathing
died out.
or.
He kind of just stopped talking for the last few minutes.
He was just like,
He's not talking now, and dude's still there.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Ooh, I wish somebody would just push them. Somebody just should have
Exactly.
went over there and just pushed
The
them.
way I look at it, like, I mean, I'm a rebel type person, so I'm just like, man, look, you gonna have to whoop all our ass. The way I look at it, like, if it's like 10 of us and it's 2 of y'all,
Yeah,
and we
everybody
all
should
going
have
for
just
your
came.
belt.
I feel like everybody should have just been like, it's more of us. There was so many people when you saw the
And they don't
camera
even gotta be
turn.
violent, just get like stand in the way of them. Like, nah, like,
Yeah, like get
kinda-
your knee
yeah.
off of him.
yeah, somebody should have jumped in there.
Yeah.
I just didn't feel like
Sure.
I don't know from the sounds of it. Not to say that they didn't care, but it just didn't seem like it was anger really.
It was
people
Up
be
more.
on
until
some-
after.
people be on more so on some shit like,
Well, they didn't.
I feel bad, but I ain't doing shit unless it's my family.
That too.
Oh yeah, like I
Self-
don't know this man.
That's self-preservation. So I
Mhm.
mean, you want to, of course, look out for self first. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they assumed he was going to die from it. That's why
Oh.
they knew it was bad, but you didn't think he was going to die, did you? I mean, nobody really.
Yeah, I didn't even think when I was watching that. I
The
didn't think he was
people,
gonna
yeah,
die.
the people who there, they didn't think he was going to die right there on the ground. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's just after it happened, it was like, wow, look at the footage of this man dying.
But did you hear what the store owner's son said when he walked out? He was like, nah, y'all calm down. He's a crackhead, yo. Like, they was like, bro, so the fuck what? He human. Like, it don't matter if he on crackhead, he on drugs or
Right.
the
what.
store owner said that. So
The
he
store
was,
owner's son came out. He was like, nah, he wrote a check or whatever and it bounced. Like, he's a drug addict. Like,
so he frequents that place.
yeah, like that's basically what he was saying. But everybody else's story was opposite of that. It was just like the owner of the store and the son was the only people saying that, oh, he on drugs or whatever. But everybody else was like, nah, like this nigga's in the community, like he's like activist and all of this shit.
Mhm.
Steven Jackson, a basketball player, said he even knew him. He was like, yo, I just sent him a box of clothes. Like,
Yeah, they look alike.
yeah. It's like hella pictures of them together and
Yeah.
shit. Like, so people knew
He
him.
knew
but
him, yeah. My thing is,
I don't know what he did.
I've been getting kind of back 50-50 with a lot of black people on the topic, though. Like,
Oh my gosh, yes.
I've been getting some black people who like, well, you know, they deflect from the topic and be like, well, you know, black people kill black people, and you know, this happens on a daily basis. And like, I've had some people bring up what happened in Chicago over the Memorial Day weekend, where it was around 20 people that got shot. You know, and like they're like, well, why are we so angry about this when like this stuff that happens in Chicago is on a regular basis, you know? So it's like,
that makes sense, but that's not the right. It's not the right time to say that.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because it do make sense. Because
Yeah.
I agree. I mean, we all agree. We all
Yeah.
see like we kill each other on a day-to-day basis, but that don't mean
That ain't making it no better.
Yeah, that don't mean that somebody
ain't
can
the
still
time to
take
be-
somebody else's life when they was doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah, it's not
Like,
the time to interject with that narrative. I mean, that's a
Yeah.
good talking point, but we just witnessed somebody getting murdered, you know,
Yeah.
by the police, you know, and so it's like, well, I understand it, you know. I know, like our people as a whole deal, you know, in the crime element more than we should, but you know, people still sad about the police, the protect and serve aspect is not there.
Yeah, like who we supposed to go to? We supposed to be calling y'all if we in trouble or whatever the case is,
Right.
and we don't even feel comfortable to do that because we feel like
But
the
you
minute you
think
get
about it,
here,
though,
you're gonna get killed.
This right here is why gangs are formed.
Why they
Because you
started.
can't go to the police. Like,
Why they
we
started.
can't come to y'all, so we gonna perform our own like community watch, our own community like
Yeah.
leaders, activists who
That's how
gonna
they
watch
started,
over
yeah.
our shit.
Well,
Hell
a lot
yeah.
of
Right,
gangs started
we gonna
like
take care of
Especially
so and so
ours, yeah.
for this.
especially in
And that-
Chicago. That was like
yeah.
one of the first areas where a lot of the gangs started, the vice lords, and like they just started patrolling their neighborhood just because like you had a bad element of it, but like back in the 60s, you know, they were more like an inner police of their own community, you know.
And I was seeing somebody like I'm not seeing somebody, but like basically, I had seen on Facebook where somebody was saying like, if y'all gonna loot, don't just be stealing like jewelry and clothes and Jordans and shit. Like if you gonna loot, like steal some shit, like steal like rations, like shit that you can like give to like the homeless shelters or like you
Yeah.
can give to people. Like, all right, my people ain't got this, so we finna go loot and steal all of this shit. Not
I wasn't a fan. I'm not a fan of the loot. I'm not. Gonna
Yeah,
lie.
'cause it's like-
because it kind of take away from your seriousness.
mm-hmm.
Like people see that and be like, "Oh, they just criminals." Like we don't care.
Yeah.
It's going to be people that's going to be less concerned about dude dying because the people who fighting for him, they running in Dollar General and taking everything, and
Oh,
Target,
gosh.
and Target and Planet Fitness. They took
It's like they couldn't
dumbbells.
wait for some shit like that.
It's
to happen, right?
completely.
Right.
It's like, and I don't understand it because, like, what I was saying earlier, like you just people that's doing that, all that rioting, and they doing it for the wrong reasons. Like I
Yeah.
saw a video of
All that money
bunch
gonna
of
come out their
men-
fucking pockets at the end of the
It's
day.
their neighborhood.
yeah, and I saw a video of a bunch of men just like running into a jewelry store and getting a whole bunch of Rolexes.
Right.
For what? What does that have to do with what just happened? You just
I don't know.
Ain't solving no problem.
well, it's not solving no problem. And then they just you tearing up your own where you gotta live at.
Yeah.
That don't make sense.
Now he's gonna make them crack down on y'all 10 times harder now.
Yeah.
Now you really ain't gonna be able to go outside.
Oh my God, that's what I said. I said the first thing I said was they gonna put us right back on lockdown.
You know, my thing is
Because-
if they were doing it back in the day, like protesting's been around for a long time. I feel like we really should be past it. You know, I feel like we should be calling up, putting our monies together, calling up the best lawyers, getting the best lawyers in place, getting our politicians that we elected into the right positions. Like, I think the only way to have a just system is like black people come together, they put their money behind one politician, and as soon as he steps out of line, he or she, then you defund him. You take your money back. You be like, no, he's not doing what we paying him to do, you know? Like, I don't think the people are putting the politicians in. Like, they'll just pop up out the blue. Oh, this is a black guy, so he's for y'all. Like, you like, oh, a black woman, so she's, it's like, you know, I ain't never seen these people. Like,
Yeah.
you know, it's like, what community are they from? What city are the black people in the city? Do they like them or like?
Yeah.
I was like, we need to like fund our own politicians now, and just have our own bread, like put our own money behind them.
And I always be saying like we have to put ourselves in positions like to be in that world, like the lawyers, the like, you know what I'm saying, it needs to be more black lawyers, more black judges,
And cops.
more black cops and everything, just that's the only way it's gonna.
Yeah, a lot of us want to go to athletics and the music industry because we're so talented at music naturally.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, we be like, shoot, I'm going to music because it comes easy to a lot of us. So it's like that's not, I can't knock that, but it's like sometimes the other son got to be a
lawyer,
a doctor or a lawyer, or
Somebody got to do
or
something.
sheriff.
Everybody can't be the basketball player or the
or a
rapper.
sheriff or something like.
And you can't be trying to be no lawyer and no judge, and you got this, you kind of biased, or you like, I don't know.
Everybody got a little bias in them. I mean, you know.
I mean, but you can't be. You got to be for the people, like in order to implement change. Like you can't just be going in there because I'm like, it's money.
Yeah.
Like no, you gotta want to make a change.
Yeah. It's a lot of people doing it for the paycheck,
Uh-huh.
and that's a problem too. Like,
Yeah.
Sometimes I think a lot of black people in power, they'll do it. They want to start off good, but that paycheck come and they be like, "Wow, I can get this amount of money to sell my people out. I'm gonna take it." It's like
Because they gonna think of it like,
it's just
I mean,
me.
yeah, my people. I ain't looking out for my people, but my direct people gonna be good.
Right? It's like I love
y'all,
my-
but I love them.
my family. Need
Yeah.
TT need a new car.
Not TT. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, it's sad that it took for him to be killed for people to get angry all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Like people were
That-
angry before,
oh,
but
man.
it just seemed like people are like, it's
I
hurt
can
up.
agree with you.
I don't
We
think
need a bomb for that.
I don't think it's that it took that to make people angry. What I think people really angry about is the fact that they doing it and keep showing that shit to us.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh,
over
yeah.
and over again. It's just
And I'm
like,
glad
bro,
you-
like every year. Like,
I'm glad you said that because I feel like the media takes a part in it too.
The news,
Oh, yeah.
the media, all of them. And they like, because they know they getting clicks. They getting paid for this shit because there's more people coming to their outlets and shit.
My personal theory is that it's election year. So
Something always happens.
4 years ago, it was Eric Garner, it was
Mhm.
Trayvon, it was Sandra Bland. It was quiet all those 3 years, and we're back on the fourth year again because of the president, most likely.
Yeah.
I feel like they kind of want to sway your vote emotionally. If you associate yourself with the police officer, they most likely they're going to associate him with Trump. And so they'll be like, well, this is a tragic thing, so we need to vote.
Right.
Mhm.
And Trump
I
ain't
just-
doing nothing.
Right, he just like
So that's why they fuck you up. Like, all right, this is the best way to get a motherfucker to do some shit. Say for instance, I motherfucking kill one of your family members, right?
emotion.
And I come back and be like, all right, boom. If you don't sign this on this dotted line, I'm gonna take another one of your family members.
Fear. That's fear.
You ain't even gonna read that shit. And the whole time
fair.
you just said, all right, now I'm finna kill all your family, and then when I'm finished, I'm finna smoke your ass. You just signed
You
that
just
shit
signed
because you was
Yeah.
emotional.
Yeah.
That's fear and emotion. Like
Mhm.
that's why I stopped watching a lot of news TV.
Hell yeah.
And I go like to YouTube and find certain bloggers that I like, because a lot of news TV is kind of like, man, I'm scared now. Like, dang, like, am I gonna die if I go jogging?
Yeah,
Like, I jog
like-
all the time. Like,
Yeah.
So it's like I just don't want to, identify with that fear. I think fear itself is the enemy, rather than just
And I think
Police.
that like what's important is also knowing your rights and the
Exactly.
laws and stuff
Yeah,
because a lot of
so
people
true.
don't know that.
Exactly.
And they don't teach that.
Exactly. You would think school would teach that, right?
Yeah.
Like laws and taxes and stuff that
They
really
don't-
matters.
That's
They
the
don't
main
teach
one of
that.
the main things they leave off.
Yeah. So I feel like that's what's keeping us from really fighting back because we not knowledgeable in that. We're not trying to be knowledgeable in that.
You got police officers like, oh, this is a young black man. He don't know the law. Let me search your car.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
And they gonna
They
gonna
play based
say it
off
in a
that.
way so that you don't know what the fuck they asking.
Yeah.
It's just how they fuck with your mind.
And
man.
if you notice the videos of like people who do know their laws, like do know it, they be
They
backing
scared.
off.
They
They be
back off.
scared because
Yeah.
they can't do nothing.
They
They're
like,
like,
damn,
oh,
this
and
a
I got
joke.
this camera on me, and it's and it's recording this.
Right.
Like,
I had a police officer friend. He was like, look, bro, when you get pulled over, roll all your windows down and turn your hazard lights on. And so he was like, when I did it, it's like it just disarms the police officer. Like he just kind of, somebody. You can tell he feels like oh, this guy knows somebody. 'Cause he can just look in the back seat. He can look in the back seat and see. Oh, well, he can see all in your car. Like unless you got something to hide.
Yeah.
It's
And then it's also like teaching people, like teaching us, our community, like just don't think that you so big and your ego is so in the way when you get pulled over. Even because sometimes you see like some videos and the officer didn't do nothing but ask for something, and somebody be going off, and he'd be like, "Wait a minute, he just asked for it. Just give it to him."
I mean,
you know?
look,
It just,
I saw a video of the guy, the jogger, Aubrey.
Oh, the
Okay.
most recent one with the two white dudes and killed the jogging dude.
Yeah.
yeah. I didn't see the video. I heard
I
about
saw
it.
the video of him in the park, and he was parked in the park, right? He had his car like just on grass, like he's the only car there.
Oh.
This area, from what the police said, this area was high in drug dealing. He gets out the car. They was like, hey, they approach him. He gets out the car. He's got a winter coat on, no shirt, and like he's kind of sagging to where you can see his drawers or whatever. But the officer was like, you know, I just want to check you out. We got some calls about some drug activity here. But like the officer went back to check his ID, and like Aubrey's like, he waits for like 5 minutes. He like, what the fuck you pulled me over for? I'm like, you know, he kind of started the aggression level.
yeah.
And I'm like, well, I wouldn't talk to, you know, at the end of the day, you're talking to somebody who has a gun on their hip.
Yeah.
You know, you wanna maintain a certain level of calm because you don't want to escalate the situation. You want to just be, you know, all right, give me
Yeah.
a ticket, whatever. It's a ticket. I don't care.
Yeah.
You know, you want to go home. You know,
Facts.
but it's like when I saw that, I was like, okay, he's not how the media portrayed him. Oh, he was just a jogger and
Yeah.
he was just jogging and like I'm like, well, every day when he went on his jog, he was, you know, he made it a habit to trespass on somebody else's property. You know, so I mean, it's just like
It's a
the
lot
decisions.
of elements.
The decisions we make, we can, you know,
I look
we
at it
can
like
help
that too,
ourselves.
because like I mean, I know a lot of motherfuckers gonna be like, oh hell nah, bro, you can't say that. But I don't give a
Yeah,
fuck.
I mean, yeah.
don't
Like
give a
what I
fuck.
just said right there. Some people would, you know,
Yeah.
I don't
Like,
Because
want.
it's just like a lot of
Yeah.
these situations, just like bro, that shit could have been avoided.
Yeah,
from
you can-
your
yeah,
end.
you can
like
avoid
not
so much stuff.
like. All right, we already see how these motherfuckers is trigger happy. Sit there and shut the fuck up.
Give
And
them a
don't say
reason. Don't give
shit.
them a
Right. Just give you.
If you ain't sitting there saying shit and then they smoke you, then now we really
Yeah.
have a big
Yeah,
problem.
we got a real big
But if you
problem.
sitting there talking shit, it's just like, bro, you just kept talking shit. He probably shot you because he was tired of hearing you
Like-
talk.
The way, no, that was a previous incident.
Mhm.
But the way from the footage I saw with him, the jogger, I saw him run towards the guy with the gun and try
Oh,
to
yeah.
wrestle
Oh,
it
yeah.
away. And I'm like,
You're gonna get shot.
you know, it's 50-50.
Yeah.
He could have got the gun and shot dude.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I mean, it wouldn't. Would we still hear about it? Or like my initial reaction would be to run the opposite direction when you see two white boys with
But
a
my
gun.
thing
you're
is
like, I'm
still
getting the
too
fuck
though, like even that shit don't like even though these motherfuckers is hella aggressive and shit, that still don't give the police the right to just smoke
course.
these motherfuckers. Because you got a belt with mace on that motherfucker.
With everything.
mace.
You got a motherfucking the taser. You got a lot of shit on here. A baton.
You got everything.
A
You got
baton.
a bat.
That gun should be the last
You got
resort.
the cuffs on
Like,
there.
all right.
They just be, but you know what? They also scared.
Exactly.
Just like it's that fear thing. They scared of us,
I mean,
and they don't know how else to.
Well, we need to start shooting their ass back.
I
then.
never heard the statistic of how many cops have died at the hands of black people. You know,
Yeah.
I only hear it the other way around.
Yeah.
So I don't know whether it's high or low or because
You gonna make me do some research on that? Like, what's the?
because look,
Yeah.
they know the statistic as
Mhm.
police. They go
Mhm.
over that before they go out. They know this demographic of people
Mhm.
is this in the red zone and the green zone.
It's just like that movie, End of Watch. You ever seen that?
is that
Yeah.
when the two cops get?
Yeah. When
At the
two
end?
got- They basically was like saying
One of
everything.
my
Like these are the
favorite movies.
areas. These are the areas. Boom, boom,
so
boom,
they
boom,
know,
boom.
like,
Mhm.
they know. Oh, if I'm pulling somebody over here,
It's most likely I might get smoked.
I'm like this. You know. So it's like that says like, damn, we need to look in the mirror too, you know, and try to clean up our own neighborhoods. And,
We really do though.
You
Somebody,
know.
I seen somebody say that on Facebook. Was like, man, look, we can sit here and preach and say what we need to do to them the whole time, but what the fuck do we need to do to
Right.
ourselves?
Before you leave the house, you look in the mirror and go, and then you go outside. So-
Shit won't change until you get up and wash your ass, nigga.
I saw. Did y'all see that meme? It was a not a meme, but somebody had tweeted, and the Shade Room reposted it. But they were talking about how I got what he was trying to say.
I was
But
just
he
watching it,
was-
but I didn't see it. Like, I was on the way here. When I saw it, I was like, oh, I gotta go.
Yeah, he was like, we talking about the same one. It was like a
I
black
think-
dude, and it
yeah.
was like 5
Yep,
posts, and he
yep.
was like, we need to try. He said, I know how to conduct a situation with cops or whatever. Basically saying that I think we should all learn how to do that and not, make the situation bigger than what it is.
Okay.
But I got what he was trying to say. But then it was I had made a comment, and I said something like, what got me is the let's try not to get ourselves killed. Basically, that's what he was trying to say. Like, try to avoid ourselves getting killed. But
Wow.
when you can't, like, in certain situations,
Wow.
like I got what he was trying to say, but I'm like, no,
we need to pull up the tweet.
I was with you. I know, but Shade Room be posting so much. I was trying to find it. Let me see if I can find it, because I'm like,
You might have to go to his Twitter. Because
I
I saw
know.
him on Shade Room right before I got here. I saw him about to go in apology mode.
oh,
And I was like, oh, what did you say? Because sometimes, it's like sometimes when you tell the truth, even if you tell the truth,
oh, I found it.
you still gotta apologize.
Yeah. Okay, this is what he said. See, I have a very strong opinion that the black community hates to hear, but needs to hear. We need to learn how to deal with the police. True. And or racism, because this is the part of the scenario we have failed to fix.
Right.
We have to work on our community before blaming everything on racists and police.
Right.
1, there is still black on black violence that needs to be addressed.
Right.
And 2, if we know that the wrong white person could change our whole life with a false accusation, why do we give them the energy they want? Give them an inch, they will take a mile. We literally know this already.
Right.
At what point do we look at ourselves and make adjustments? No one asked for my opinion, but it's 2020, not 1945. Meaning,
Ooh.
I'm more focused on black futures than
Right.
black history.
Right.
I personally refuse to feel like a victim. I refuse to have a slave mentality.
Fact.
I know. I do not fear. He said, I don't not fear. I do not fear for my life because I know how to carry myself in tough situations. I just feel the solution is not to continue to handle the situation the way we've been handling it. There are no results. That is literally the definition of insanity. Look, all I'm saying is, in the moment when we are experiencing racism, can we, the black community, find ways to avoid being killed or hunted?
He actually gave the black community a major compliment.
Yeah. And that's
Because-
why it was like I agree, but then at the end was like, I was with you, but
But he said some shit. He said
Well,
some
he
facts
did,
though.
yeah.
He's like, look, we as a people know better already, and we do. I mean, we know right from wrong. We're like, we have a level of morality that we've always been following, but
We choose to do wrong.
because it's easier.
yeah.
I feel like it's just easier to protest. It's easier to just go outside and loot and get, like, we know the way to the solution, but it's kind of hard to,
Act on it.
especially since that we've got Instagram, we've got all these people who we following. It's like, it's kind of like everybody's going with the wave, the cool crowd.
Yeah.
But I don't think he should apologize. If that's what he said, I don't think he should apologize for
No,
it.
I don't think he needs, and I think he's only apologizing because everybody's like cancel, but I think that's just based off of the emotion that everybody feels.
But that's fucked up
that's
too,
a
though.
cancel.
Because
That's
it's
like-
him. Go
it's
ahead.
like- that's another thing of acting off your emotion. Like, this motherfucker ain't the one that's killing us. Like, he said some real
cancel.
shit.
Who is he? Who is the guy? Who is he from? Where is it? What do
I
they
don't
know
know.
him from?
They don't. He just was a tweeter.
He was a random tweet guy.
Oh no, I mean he has a blue check, but
What's his name?
Shamik Moore.
Shamik Moore.
He an actor.
He
That's the
might-
black
He is?
dude.
Okay.
That's
From
the
what?
dude from he played in a lot of shit. Shamik Moore, that's the dude from the Wu-Tang shit. He played
He was one of the actors in the
he
Wu-Tang
was in
series.
a lot of shit.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Shamik
wait,
Moore,
let me
you
look
know
at
the
his
fuck
face.
Shamik Moore is. He played in a lot of shit. That
Oh,
just,
I see his face. Okay, I know who he is.
he like a young black actor.
Yeah. I mean,
He
he
is
was
an
saying
actor.
fast, but I think right now people don't want to hear that. I think that's what it is.
But
like they don't want to
another
hear
thing
the
is, too,
we
though,
killing each other.
We got to stop being so fucking sensitive either.
He
Oh
was-
yeah, it's hard to get it, but it's hard. We ain't in a sensitive culture right now.
You know what?
You got to really watch what you say.
That's the
He-
only thing that's gonna change.
He was in the movie Dope.
Oh yeah, dope.
Which
That's
is
what
one
it
of
was.
Dope.
which is one of my
Okay.
favorite.
Yeah.
Which is one of my favorite movies. It showed a different aspect of how black people are in L.A. And I was
Yeah.
like, wow, I've never seen a movie like
But that
this.
shit was spot on though.
Yeah,
that
it
shit
was.
spot on.
It was like it's regular people who are not gangbangers, who are not, it's regular black people, like black men who just do what they do. You know. Mm-hmm. I was like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Netflix swept it under the rug though.
Yeah.
Shout out Netflix.
So we just got done watching the video of the LA they rioting out here. They starting to riot out here downtown.
I saw that. That was yesterday.
Yeah.
I saw that. I didn't get the email or text or anything, but I did see that it was a bunch of people on the freeway.
Yeah, and they was like busting the police windows open. And all that shit out.
One guy got knocked off the front of the.
She was saying that they shot him though.
They shot him?
Yeah.
No, they ain't shoot the guy.
Oh, well, yeah, he fell off the car.
He was just
And
laying there like
he just sat on
dead.
the car. He just sat on the car and did.
No, but when he fell off, what they say he fell off like a GTA character.
That's fucked
But
He did fall off.
that's not funny.
Did y'all see the video?
Wasted.
I was just watching it with a police. Where they say the police threw this lady off the fucking top of a building in Toronto and shit. That's what I was just watching it.
That's Canada. We ain't got time for that.
We worried about what's going on in the U.S.
Like, fuck what's going on over there. We don't talk about over there.
We talking about over here.
We ain't,
Oh my god.
let Drake handle that in Tory Lane.
Shit, he ain't trying to handle us over here.
Oh my gosh. I just wonder when we are gonna get to a point where we just know we need to team up together instead of like.
When we realize how powerful we are together.
Yeah.
I wonder when that's gonna be because nobody seems to wanna.
Ever.
I think there's an element of non-trust. Like a lot of us don't trust
each other.
Yeah, each other.
Yeah.
Like,
a lot of us don't want to do business with each other.
Nope.
We don't trust
Because we
each
fuck
other.
each other over.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
that it's like, where do you start with that? Like, we got to try to figure out where to start
There's
with
a
that.
bad reputation. Like I think TV has a part in it too. Like there's certain stuff on TV you be like, dang, are black women like this or are black men like this? Or it's like
It's like we being taught to hate ourselves, which is fuck.
It's easy to do.
All I could think of is seeing them riots. I'm like, them police officers and all them white people who hate us are sitting back laughing. Looking, they laughing right now.
They
because
are.
it's like, you know how
Look
you
at
just keep
'em.
poking
Look at
like,
'em. Look at 'em.
look at that. I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna throw in another killing next week too, just to see what y'all do.
Okay.
Because we know y'all ain't gonna do nothing for real.
Right.
Like it's
Y'all
just,
not gonna do nothing.
This shit
It's
is like a
just-
video game. to them.
yeah,
They just
don't.
sit back and chill and watch us just fuck shit up.
So we all are in agreement that this seems orchestrated.
Yeah,
All of this shit be seeming orchestrated.
All of
all of that shit.
All right, I thought I was the only
everything
one.
is
I'm like, dog, like again. Oh,
Fuck
it's
no.
election time.
I always
Yeah.
feel
I mean-
like this shit. I felt like the coronavirus was orchestrated.
Fact. I mean, when they say man-made, it's like it seems like somebody dropped it intentionally. Like
yeah. All this stuff is just. I'm about to move to Canada.
everything is operating too
I'm gonna just
on
sit here and
time.
wait on
like,
God.
Wait on
I'm
God.
trying to get caught up in the rapture.
Caught up in the
That's a classic.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's a bigger. It's. I don't be trying to say too much because I don't want them motherfuckers in them suits knocking on no doors and shit. But there's some shit going on.
Yeah. It's a lot going on.
It's some shit.
And they ain't gonna do nothing but like what happened with we still on the joggers, what's his name? Ahmad. We still on his like what happened with that still, you know? It's
Well,
kinda
that-
like it kinda
Yeah, they're just awaiting trial, and
Yeah.
like, it's gonna come back. Oh, they're gonna.
I know it's gonna come back, but
It's just this is like the gold mine right now. Mm-hmm. They're like, oh, we got them now. Like everybody's hot, everybody's mad. Like so, it's like
The blacks are at it
yeah,
again.
This is gonna be
Yeah.
news every day, probably for another 2 or 3 weeks. Mm-hmm. And then they're gonna tap in with that and the coronavirus, and it's like,
We're gonna piece some shit up.
yeah. I mean, until the verdict comes, that's when it's gonna be somewhat back to normal.
I could be on some whole far-fetched conspiracy theories type shit, but I feel like soon.
talking to the mic.
I feel like soon, like within the next couple weeks or months. This ain't. I mean, it got a lot to do with this shit, but this just how I be thinking.
Conspiracy.
I feel like either somebody black that we all like is gonna either drop like an album, a movie. They're gonna drop something to get our mind off of this shit.
Most
and then
likely.
some little bullshit gonna happen again.
Most likely. I think
That's how they always do. It's like they'll kill one of us, and then somebody will drop a hard ass album, and we'll forget that shit, and everybody listening, boom, boom, y'all heard, boom, boom, boom. Hey, let's not forget that he just killed this. Oh yeah, that was last week though.
Yeah.
This new Beyonce rocking right now though. Like
Beyonce, Megan.
they gonna have Megan twerking again, or they gonna do something.
Most
to
likely.
make us
I like
watch
the.
that shit.
I kind of like you say conspiracy theory. Like, I feel like when people say conspiracy theory, people kind of don't listen. But like when you're talking about a conspiracy theory, you're talking about like you think that it's a group of people that are conspiring together for their own agenda. So
Hidden agendas,
right?
yeah.
It's not really like a distant thing. You just think those people are working together. That's all a conspiracy theory is.
Yeah.
Like I just hate the stigma on conspiracy.
Yeah, people try to make it seem like that you like.
You cuckoo. You got
Yeah, like
the
that
things
you,
on the
like-
wall
yeah,
with the
yeah,
dots
yeah.
and like you lost your mind. But
Like the guy.
at the end of the day, you just think a group of people are working together. That's all a
Yeah.
conspiracy theory is. Like you think these people are conspiring and they're trying to stop or
tryna-
do or
yeah.
something. Like that's just a group thing. Like you think there's a group over there.
Some other they got some shit going on over there.
Right.
What
You
they
should
do?
say that. You should say that.
I ain't gonna
That's
say
more-
that's a conspiracy, but them motherfuckers over there
They got some shit going on. So people can
don't
don't
say
say
conspiracy.
conspiracy. Don't say conspiracy because
Yeah.
you just got to say like that's a crew. That's a bunch of people over there trying to plot on us,
They plotting.
Yeah.
which is of course
That's true.
true. Like
Yeah.
there are people that have a certain agenda for every race of people here. I think the thing is separation. They want everybody to be separated from religion to class to age to clothing. Like it's like they want to separate everybody right now for some reason. I don't know. So I mean, like when it gets like this, I always look for the catch. Like something's coming because they going extra hard. Like
Extra hard
Dumbass
this year.
separation.
Dumbass
It's like,
hard.
why are you? What's the deal? Like, I don't want to see a random white person be like, are you gonna call the police on me or are you gonna kill me? I don't see white people like that. I've had not essential, but what's the word? My
Essential
Canada
is
Dry
important.
kicking
He's in my Canada drug kicking.
in. I've had influential
Okay.
white people in my life. Like,
Okay.
so it's like I can't just discredit all white people.
Yeah.
So it's like you're not gonna make me do that.
Well, my thing about that is like, I've been seeing a lot of posts about like picking sides. So you have like white people who want to be a part of our culture, but don't like, when things like this happen, they don't.
As they shouldn't.
Stand
They
for-
shouldn't though, right? I mean,
I feel like they should. I
We
feel
don't
like if
stand
you're
for
trying
that
to
shit.
be, huh?
We don't stand for when shit happens with them.
No, I'm
No,
saying
we
I'm
definitely
saying
do.
I'm
He said,
saying
no,
the
we
white
definitely do.
people. I'm saying the white people that take everything from our culture and try to be a part of our culture, but then when something goes down in our culture like this,
Oh, they don't
killings,
ever say shit?
They don't say anything.
You think they
They don't
should?
stand for.
That's
think they
far
should.
as
Like
obligated.
if I had a white friend
yeah.
that was with me and rocking individual braids like me and in my face and talking like me
Now,
and all
like-
this type
now,
of
like
stuff and
that-
hanging out with me and all my
Yeah, like
That's
if
a-
like that, yeah. But if they like, if
That's
I got a white
sign of-
friend,
That's a
just
sign
like,
of respect.
yeah. But
That's a
like,
sign
You need
that
to
she
be down with
respects-
me. You need to be down with me.
but I
and be riding
can't,
with me.
I can't be mad at my homie or my white friend because like he ain't protesting with me because it's just like,
No, I can't be mad, but I
because
feel
you gotta
like
think
you
of it
should
like
be.
this, like he putting himself in the position where it's like he gonna get rocked too. Like it's
Yeah.
like I'm putting myself like, all right, that's just like if you over here and you didn't fuck some shit up and you know you didn't fuck some shit up, but you mad and you
Yeah.
just wilding. And your white friend come over here like, what's going on? And you like, yeah, these motherfuckers, boom, 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 they doing me wrong, man. It's because I'm black. And then he starts standing with you, and both of y'all get popped. Whole time you was the one in the wrong. So now there's two motherfuckers that just got smoked for no reason.
And I get what you're saying, but
But you got to look at it like that, though. That's
No.
how they looking at it. Like, why am I gonna?
I think there's a level of with every race, they should always have a level, and I'm going to say the word. They should always have a level of segregation
right.
with every race. Like when things happen in the black community, it should be only black people dealing with it. You know?
I don't think so
Why though?
because I feel like white people are the only ones that really got a voice right now.
That's too much power.
It's not really giving them power, but it's
you're
like
taking
that's
power away from yourself, giving it to them.
No, not giving it to them. But if I had white people standing next to me on the front line, and so, like trying to advocate for whatever, like the killings and all this type of stuff, that makes it 10 times more better.
Not
that makes our voices be heard a little bit more.
They gonna look at them like, okay, you standing with them. Like, you ever heard it's like, you ride with them, you die with them.
It does. I mean, there is a level of what's the word? It's when everybody comes together.
just say when everybody come together.
Peacefulness.
T.I.
Peace.
And he try to be expeditiously over here.
Expeditious.
When everybody comes together, unity.
The word
it's just unity. There is a word. It's the Canada Dry kicking in. It's there is a more power with unity. Like if you went to the gas station and they didn't pay you your money, but you came back with me, her, and 4 other people, and they gonna be like, okay, here go the money. But there is a power in unity. But it's like for our sake as a people, I think we need to have more of a let me insource rather than outsource. Whenever the problem is, like there's a problem, it's like because you never know who's an infiltrator. Yeah,
that's true.
I'm not saying it's a black-white thing, but it could be black infiltrators too, but you never know who's infiltrating. Like once you kind of get the source of the people who are dealing with it, they're going to have a bigger passion for what's going on. It's going to be an outside group of people that's going to feel the same, but not all entirely. They're not going to. They'll never
because they don't understand it.
Yeah, they're like, I don't know.
Yeah, I understand that.
It just you want all your big guns. Like if you were going to war, you want the strongest.
Your strongest soldiers.
Well, definitely. I'm saying in the sense of like because we don't already have that unity, that if we got the extra help, unity.
But I think another reason
we not unified.
Another reason why I think they don't really like stand with us during that shit. I think the motherfuckers is scared.
Of course.
Oh, of course they.
Why wouldn't you be?
It's just like, man,
I'm not going out there like, oh.
But at the same time, y'all can fuck with them crocodiles, but y'all can't come fuck with us though.
Okay, y'all be having lions as pets and stuff, but
we can go around in circles with this shit.
Well, you got a dinosaur in his backyard.
But you scared? You scared of the police?
That's an animal. That's different.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's just I don't know. It's like I think it's kind of like bigger than what we making it though. I kind of feel like we can really minimize this, but I feel like the news and the media also plays a part. Like they're gonna keep pushing it down your throat. Look, he dead, and then before you know it, you mad going to work. You mad picking your kids up. You putting that same fear and anger in your sons, and you a single parent. Like you putting that same fear in you, so your kids growing up scared. So it's like it's easy to pass that fear along. Like that's my only thing. Like I almost stopped watching TV. I almost stopped watching it just because it was just like, oh,
shit's brainwashing.
Yeah,
I'm like on the edge of throwing the TV out.
I think it really starts with us putting back in our own communities and like supporting each other and buying from each other and being entrepreneurs and not working to make other white people richer, and make ourselves
as famous richer. As Compton is. Compton is a famous city, but when you go to Compton, you like, oh, this is the place. Like, you got Dr. Dre and you got NWA. You kind of like, man, it's a big deal. But when you go there, it's like, oh, it's not a lot of money getting put back into certain societies. So
that's facts. We gotta buy back our communities, man. Like Nip said, man.
Yeah.
Us.
That's the best thing you can do is just Chinese people do it, the Mexicans do it, the Indians doing it, the Jews doing it, whites doing it. We the only ones not doing it.
We're doing it.
We trying. Yeah, we trying. I get that to us. We are trying.
It's black businesses around.
We just need a movement. We just need like a movement that is not based off of violence, anger,
looting,
and something
emotions.
Like emotions. That's not just operating off of that. We need a movement that got like select people that have some type of power behind them, that can also make a change.
But then that even makes you think of like, all right, these motherfuckers with a position of power, why they ain't doing shit?
Yeah,
because it's just like they kind of just chilling too. Like they'll say something, they'll just say this whole like life-changing tweet or
Well,
make
if you-
this life-changing video, but that'd be
If you're referring to like
Yeah,
an
it do be
entertainer or an athlete, I wouldn't look to them. I wouldn't look to no entertainer or athlete.
And
I wouldn't
people,
look to none.
why do we look to them? Because people
Because they're
always be
famous.
like,
they got the
because they
biggest
had the
platform,
platforms,
yeah.
but people always like
People
put
got
their
so
trust in
tired
all of that
word.
in
With the
like
platform.
yeah.
Yeah.
Platform.
Platform.
Influencer. Oh God, that gets on my nerves. I'm a public figure. If you don't sit down with your 50 followers, what public?
I got a blue check.
Yeah, I think we gotta really stop looking to them too, because they don't care.
Yeah.
They make a whole bunch of tweets, but they don't be doing nothing. Well,
My-
some of them do.
Because they know that if
but
they
a lot of
start
them
giving
don't.
a fuck too much, that check ain't gonna come no more.
Facts. The pay.
Yeah,
Hush
all
money.
that fear
Follow
and
the
all.
money. I like to seek advice from certain black people who they're not famous from the entertainment industry, but they're big. Like, and I know this might be controversial, but there's a guy named Ben Carson
I think I heard him.
Okay, yeah, that sounds familiar.
who was this guy was a surgeon. He separated conjoined twins. After that, he went into politics. He came from the projects. Black man. The only problem is what people may say that he's working under Trump right now. But it's like, okay, minus the Trump, but it's like, damn, this is a black man who was a surgeon. Like, he went from doctors to politician. It's like, that's a big deal to me. You know, I love rappers. You know, I love y'all, what y'all do. You know, I've worked in the music industry, but it's like, wow, like, can you imagine? Like, you know, a doctor turned politician,
Right.
black man.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a big turnaround.
Right. It's
Yeah.
like, that's a big deal. I mean, I just don't, you know, I don't think we champion the right black
The right
people.
ones, yeah.
Yeah.
We don't look up to the right ones, yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
not even. Well, yeah, like you said it right. I was gonna
Yeah,
say
you
not
know-
even. We don't look up to the right ones. We don't. We don't
There's
congratulate.
There's
the
black
right ones.
millionaires here. There's black billionaires here. So it's like,
Mhm. But you, like,
we never.
the only ones we uplift
Diddy and
is the
Jay-
rappers and the
Right.
entertainers and basketball players.
Right.
and shit.
You know. So it's like, you know, we just gotta see how this guy did it. Well, how'd you do it?
And you said he worked. You said he is a
works on-
conservative.
Yeah, he's a
Okay.
Republican conservative. He's really hated right now by the Democrats.
Yeah.
Because he's in charge of HUD, the housing projects and that
Oh,
type
yeah,
of
yeah.
field, and he's like, no, they don't need. He's like, they don't need that
Yeah.
that much money. So it's like, I'm like from outside looking, I'm like, this is a black man, so why can't we trust him? Because he's working for Trump now, we can't trust him.
And it's funny that you say that because, you know, my friend that's the news anchor. He
Fox
is,
News.
yeah, he is, he works under Trump.
He
and he's
definitely
a-
knows Ben Carson.
Yeah. And I saw him tweet something today about all of that, saying like, oh, you know, basically he's on everybody, like our sides and stuff like that.
Of course.
But it is controversial, being that he works under him and he has, you know, like.
So
it's-
what does he do
You can't really.
for Trump?
Well, I mean, he's
Which-
just a big Trump supporter.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Most-
a big Trump
You work
supporter.
for Fox News.
Yeah, he works for
You're
Fox
for-
News. He's
you're
a
for
Trump
Trump.
supporter, and he was saying something regarding us, and not to say like he can't say, because I mean he's black, you know.
Okay.
So it's just like, but it is controversial because it's like you didn't care all up until.
But at the same time, you know, Joe Biden was like, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. Classic.
No, speaking of that, you saw the did y'all see the T.I. when he used
Yes.
A
I
Trump-
want Joe
Trump-
Biden. Long as you got me, you don't need Joe
I ain't see
Biden.
that shit. I don't need to see that.
Was it Trump or was it Joe Biden that did that? It was
It
Trump,
was
right?
Trump who did
yeah,
it.
okay.
He said, as long as you got me, you don't need, instead of nobody, it was Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Because T.I. so country. He from that.
Uh-huh.
Joe Biden sound like nobody.
You don't need nobody.
You don't need Joe Biden. Hey, T.I., did you say nobody or Joe Biden?
Joe Biden.
Head ass. Yo.
Everybody was mad. Well, no, T.I. was mad about that. He was like, really like, why
I
would
mean,
you- I mean, you can't be mad.
I can hear that. Hey man, say man, why y'all playing with my name like that, man? Hey man, say man.
That's like the money. Sound like the money, his son.
Right.
The money.
Hey,
You know,
you can't
I was
be
on the phone. I
mad.
told the money, come here.
for our LA listeners, nobody sounds like Joe Biden.
Yeah,
And
nobody.
In Atlanta.
in Atlanta.
Not just Atlanta.
The
In the
South.
South.
the South
The
general.
South.
You notice we don't say the South. We say the
Anything-
South.
The South.
Anything from Texas over, nobody sounds like Joe
Boy, say
Biden.
Gleason.
I'm singing this podcast.
Oh my God.
It's always like the peak. I think that was like the peak. The peak of the conversation.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Too much.
man.
I need to tune into his podcast again
Who?
too to see what
T.I.?
he's listening to. Yeah.
To y'all shit be funny, man.
Hey, dude,
Okay.
I just called
I
him.
hear it
I
sometimes,
called him a
but-
little dude.
He be like, now what the fuck was you saying? Now what the fuck was you saying when you
No,
said?
he be going at people next though. Like
He
he,
do.
be going at some people next that be coming on there. That be like white. You
I
be
like when he had
"Dang,
that
he
nigga Alex Jones on there, the conspiracy theorist.
be-" Oh, okay. I
Oh,
haven't even. What?
He said conspiracy theorist. He forgot already.
Them folks over there that be doing stuff.
No. He not. They try to label him a conspiracy theorist
Of course, they use
because he
they
be
use
saying the
it.
shit that I be saying.
Yeah. Oh my god.
But he's not that though.
Let
They
me
be
tell you
trying-
something. Alex Jones and T.I. are the same people on different sides of the spectrum.
Hey, that is facts. That is
That's
facts.
why him and Alex Jones was his biggest rating.
For real.
They're the same people
That shit was bro,
on
that shit-
different sides.
I love that shit. That
Because
shit was-
T.I. would say a whole bunch of shit and you'd be like, damn, you didn't say nothing. Alex Jones would say a whole bunch of stuff.
And then T.I. be like, he was like, so Alex, how the fuck did you get in there? Talking to Bohemian Grove. He was like, he was in there chilling and shit, taking pictures.
Wow, the Bohemian Grove.
I was like,
Oh my
Something
god.
fishy going on. That's another topic for the next Queen fan.
yeah. We gonna leave that there.
I know. I got another.
Shout
episode.
out Ronald Reagan, though.
I got another episode I'm doing after this. Y'all gonna stick around?
Yeah, I can sit over there on the corner. In the couch. Oh, you want me
You
to
want
sit
us on the
You
mic?
can. I mean, it don't matter.
Oh, we escalated. We going up tonight.
It's gonna be. It's either gonna be a part 2. Or it's
This is a
gonna
COVID edition.
Okay.
In the COVID edition.
We going up. I
We
told you
gotta
that
be
ginger
60
ale kicking in.
That gin, Jarrell.
Ginger ale.
Yeah, Jen and
I had a long day. Don't judge me. I had a long day.
I told you we should have brought a bottle in this bitch.
Why would you come to a podcast regular?
Sober.
She just realized.
Oh,
Queen Pen just
oh,
realized.
that ain't really.
Since when have you ever seen Canada Dry that dark?
You know, I'm a little slow down. It look. I thought it looked.
It looked like a little bit of tequila in there. Something.
I only drink one drink.
What's that?
Jameson.
Did you see my
Oh,
birthday?
Jameson. Oh, yeah.
Shout out my
That Jameson
birthday.
had me lit.
Shout out Boo Boo.
Shout out to the birthdays.
Shout out Boo Boo, who
Who is
provided
Boo Boo?
me with the cake.
Boo Boo. Okay, Boo Boo.
Boo Boo.
That's what you call
Boo Boo Kitty.
Boo Boo.
Boo Boo Kitty.
Okay. Okay.
She got me a cake. It was a quarantine party, so don't
Okay.
take it personal.
Yeah.
Somebody at the door. Somebody at the trial.
No, that was that.
Oh.
You sure?
Ooh. What y'all drinking?
That old
It's
good
a
old
it's
lemon water with cayenne pepper and mint.
Man,
It's a detox.
for all y'all who can't see what's going on right now, Queen Pen
You know I be doing the most, so I be having everybody else doing.
got a she got a liter of leaves and dark water. It looked like creek water. Have you ever
We're
been
drinking
to,
that mud water.
If you ever been to the Chattahoochee in Georgia, that's what she drinking right now. It's
That's
a
what it
Chattahoochee River. She drinking the river water.
It is alkaline water,
just
okay?
some of that good
A
old
gallon
mud
of
water.
alkaline water with mint leaves,
Lord have
lemon,
mercy.
okay?
That look
A
nice.
lime,
My boy been to the bathroom 4 times already.
and cayenne pepper.
Oh, I got to go right now, but I'm just holding it.
Yo.
Might as well let it all build up.
He
Oh, you've been drinking that.
Yeah, he
Look at
been
me, I've been playing. I've been playing. I was like, I don't want to have to go to the bathroom in the middle.
He got the cleanest liver in the city right now.
Yes, sir.
Cause I think it's some sea bass in there.
I got a little sea bag. I got one little catfish.
There's a
floating
trout
around
in there.
It's good.
Is
It's
it?
good. It's a detox.
It's a homemade.
Yeah. Just squeeze some lemon juice in there.
Send
You
me
know,
that.
y'all got the
If you see the
natural
real
lemon.
ones.
Yeah.
Oh, I cut that whole tree down on the sidebar.
Oh.
I cut it down. I couldn't see in my front yard. Our neighbors might be poisoning one of our flowers, so
Oh.
I cut that tree down. Put a camera up today.
Oh.
Yeah.
She's still at it again.
Oh, she did it again.
Wow. Wow. Okay, guys.
Say no to drugs.
But say yes to weed.
Weed. I don't even consider weed a drug. Is weed a drug?
They used to say it was a gateway.
It's an herb.
I don't think it's no gateway drug because I feel like you ain't gonna.
I ain't never wanted to wake up and smoke no crack, and I smoke a lot of weed.
Yeah, you're not gonna.
I just be like, I smoke so much weed. Sometimes I be like, God, if you bring me down from this high, I never pick another blunt up.
He regretted it.
So I don't need shit else.
Maybe a
little shrooms because you know I like to go on those.
I had an edible
voyages.
one time. I couldn't control it. I was like, I don't want to be this high ever again. That's the most high. The highest I got was
them edibles that had you tripping. I remember I was on an edible. Like the first time I came out here, I took an edible and missed my whole fucking job interview. I woke up like shit.
This that edible breathe. You better.
You can hear yourself.
I hate that feeling. That's what, I think
your heart beating fast.
Yeah, you feel your heart beating and shit.
I think the edible made me stop dealing with weed altogether. It was a Rice Krispie.
Them the ones that'll do it too.
I was like, Lord, he finna kill me.
And anything with peanut butter in it. Them peanut butter edibles don't fuck with that shit.
Chocolate. Them chocolate ones. Yeah, them chocolate ones be something else.
I'm not comfortable no more.
Them chocolate be something else. Okay, y'all.
Cause we done got sidebar.
Look, we done got all the way sidetracked. We really can pick that up on the next episode.
Serious.
And this is why the black community doesn't succeed.
And there it is.
This is why they would take us serious. Y'all over here talking about killers and then y'all talking about some weed and drugs.
Whoever listening to this, they gonna be like, these guys.
Look, by the time anybody who listens to me know it's ratchet, okay, and it's never put together, and it is what it is.
They gonna be like,
And
we give it to you real rap raw.
we went from police brutality to edibles.
Oh my gosh. Well, guys, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for letting us join.
Thanks for having us.
I'm in this
going
episode
every
right here.
time I come, it's quick. Like I feel like it's quick all the time.
We've been on here for an hour.
Yeah, it's been an hour.
Damn.
We've been having a good conversation.
Who did all the talking?
We all did. We always.
Y'all do.
You know the conversation good when you like, oh shoot, wait a minute, yeah, because you know second wave people just gonna be rolling in here.
Second wave finna get nasty. Y'all probably gonna change the lights and incense.
I'm done. Okay, well, tell everybody where they can find you.
You can find me at IG Trill Did It Again. Everything spelled correctly.
Okay.
Trill Did It Again on Twitter. I just started my Twitter back up, so just check my Twitter out.
What was that?
Trill Did It Again. Come on, they can't see me.
Oh, look, he over here switching and stuff. We got to end this. And where can they find you, sir?
You can find me at Sly Stay Spittin' on all platforms.
Shit.
That's on everything. You can even Google it.
That everything if
You can find it.
Oh
you
yes.
ain't from the city.
On everything.
Oh yes. When you Google me now, y'all see all my stuff.
The queen,
Yes, sir.
The queen.
Shout out to me.
Oh yeah. Shout out.
Shout out to Bay.
He won't credit.
I know.
Shout out to me. You know I did that.
He did.
The queen.
I'm over here flexing.
We're gonna talk after the radio station.
Okay.
Well, look, this is my time, y'all. I gotta go use the bathroom.
Oh my gosh, y'all! Thank you for tuning in and bearing with this ratchet episode once again.
It got ratchet towards the end.
If you made it this far, I love you, and I'm gonna see y'all on the next episode. Okay, y'all can follow me at thequeenpin.pod or Brianna.b. That's
Hey,
with
what a
an
light
I
for the
and a Y.
bathroom at?
It's at the top. You know what? Bye.
Peace.